All right, guys, welcome back to Golazo España. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the front pages in the Spanish football dailies today and also doing a roundup of club news for those clubs outside the top two. So everything but Barcelona and Real Madrid. I've done individual videos for them. We're going to start with MARCA, Madrid-based publication, obviously pro-Real Madrid. Cita con la historia, I knew what that meant. It meant an appointment with history or a date with history is more appropriate on that translation. Basically, Spain's women's national team face Switzerland at 9 o'clock in the Euro quarterfinals. Spain have never won a knockout match in a women's Euro, so this is seen as a historic opportunity. And as a side note, there's other news on here to do with Almada. The sign for Atletico Madrid is now officially presented in the shirt. A little bit about Lucas Vázquez up here, saying goodbye to Real Madrid. All of that, of course, is in my my Real Madrid update. So we will move on to what I call AS. It is pronounced slightly different to that. AS, we have, let me think now, Sueño, that's dream. Con la Euro, that must be dream of the Euros. No con el Balón de Oro, that must mean whoever it is dreaming of the Euros, not the Ballon d'Or. That's what I'm going for. And obviously I've got the translation here, but let's have a look. I dream of the Euro, not the Ballon d'Or. Hey, see, I'm not that thick. Interview with Mariona Caldente ahead of Spain versus Switzerland clash. She reflects on her injury struggles and focuses solely on winning the tournament, not individual awards. I couldn't give a flying fuck about women's football. But I'll be honest with you, in Spain, they do. There is a lot of coverage in these newspapers about women's football in Spain. They do. Honestly, they do. Additional notes. What else is there? Kata Cole might debut in the tournament. And England knocked out Sweden on penalties, apparently. Okay, let's move on to the Barcelona newspapers. We have Sport here. Ter Stegen, KO. I think that's self-explanatory. Basically, Ter Stegen may require back surgery that would sideline him for approximately 4 months. And Sport confirms he's unlikely to join Barca's Asia Tour. I've discussed all of this in the Barcelona roundup today. Other stuff, what else have we got? Flick wants to make cuts and is already expecting another winger, left-sided winger, of course. And he wants to reduce his large squad before the Asia Tour, wants a new left winger. In the Barcelona stuff, it was saying that they've got too many midfielders and need to trim that squad. Mundo Deportivo, which is the other Barcelona publication, if you like, pro-Barcelona. What we got here, Joan Garcia. Hang on a minute, where is it? Flick backs Joan Garcia. This is the new goalkeeper. Hansi Flick is confident in Joan Garcia as first choice keeper with Ter Stegen potentially sidelined. A medical summit will determine whether Ter Stegen undergoes surgery. There's also, which you can't see on here at the bottom of the page, going for the semis against the hosts. Again, the women's football, Spain aim to beat Switzerland in the quarter-finals of that tournament. So, let's get on to the club-by-club stuff. See what I've got for you. I've got to be honest, I spend about 2 hours doing this in the morning now. And by the time I've translated and sourced it and put it all in order, I get to the end and I go, have I already mentioned that one? I can't remember. So, sorry if there's any duplications. And now remember, it's difficult to pronounce these names, right? Let's have a look. Atletico Madrid, Almada signing creates non-EU overload. Thiago Almada. His arrival has caused an overbooking of non-EU players, forcing Atletico to clear a spot. 3 players are affected: Lino, Gallagher, and Molina. Lino is seen as the main candidate to leave. Despite inconsistency last season, he still holds market value. Atletico hope to sell him to raise funds. Nottingham Forest have shown interest, but Lino has not made a move yet. Gallagher, also transfer listed but harder to move, only has market appeal in the Premier League. Club wants to recover the 40 million euros spent last summer. Newcastle are monitoring his situation. Molina, favoured by Simeone and expected to stay. Although no longer a starter, he is still in the coach's plans. Important in the dressing room because he's close to Julian Alvarez. Will obtain EU citizenship in January, freeing up a non-EU slot. Still strong, offers could influence club decisions. Atletico Madrid, this Almada, staying with him. It's saying that he's officially signed now until 2030. His costs around 20 million euros, with Botafogo, the Brazilian club, keeping a future resale percentage. He passed his medical at Vitas, which is the Vitas Sports Medicine Centre, yesterday morning. In the afternoon, he visited his new home, the Riyadh Air Metropolitano. Club CEO Miguel Angel Gil oversaw the signing. Almada took his first photos and videos in Atletico gear, stepped on the pitch and visited Territorio Atleti. His official unveiling and first words as a Roji Blanco are expected today. He's seen as Correa's heir, it says. Atletico have been tracking Almada since 2019 when he began to shine at Vélez. The move finally materialised after Angel Correa left a gap in the attack. Almada nearly joined when Correa flirted with a move to Etihad in January 2024, and Almada and Correa are close friends and countrymen. While Correa was known for dribbling, Almada offers creativity and playmaking, a different profile for the same role. Athletic Club, Valverde on Nico and Yeray. Athletic Club head coach Ernesto Valverde said the situation with Nico Williams was not a drama even before the player renewed his contract. He expressed the club is very happy with Nico's decision to stay and said it's time to park the noise, which I think means shut the fuck up. Valverde also confirmed that Yeray Alvarez's absence will alter their planning. Real Betis, Junior Firpo. Hey, we have a laugh on here, don't we? If you watch my Cop Talk videos over the years, you must be fucking howling with all these names. Junior Firpo has officially rejoined Real Betis after completing his move from Leeds United. The left-back signs a 3-year deal after arriving on a free transfer. The announcement had been delayed due to bureaucratic reasons, but the deal is now confirmed. Firpo returns to compete for the left-back position in the squad. Real Oviedo, Brandon Domingues aims to ignite Tartier. Brandon Domingues, Domingue, has been officially presented as a new signing for Real Oviedo, joining from Debrecen. The French winger expressed excitement and ambition during his unveiling, saying, "My goal is to ignite the Tartier and bring joy to the fans." He added that he finally feels he can show his true self and is genuinely excited by the club's project. Sevilla, Juanlu close to Napoli move after La Liga registration. So, Juanlu Sanchez has officially been registered by Sevilla in La Liga, a necessary step before completing his transfer to Napoli. The deal is close to completion, valued at around 17 million euros, after Napoli increased their offer from initial 10 million plus 4 million in add-ons. Juanlu renewed in April 24 until 29, raising his release clause to 40 million euros to strengthen Sevilla's negotiating power. Sporting director Antonio Cordon refused to confirm the deal, but noted they, quote, won't undersell, and that the brand, quote, will be defended to the death. Well, I love it when they start speaking like that, mate. Juanlu played 35 games last season, scoring 5 goals and providing 5 assists, making it his best campaign so far. His expected departure will help Sevilla balance the books, make pending registrations, and support Mateus Almeida's squad plans. Napoli see Juanlu as a long-term replacement for Giovanni Di Lorenzo. Sevilla, staying with Sevilla. Al Hilal moves to block Bono's return. Yassine Bono has made public gestures, maybe not like that, suggesting he'd like to return to Sevilla where he enjoyed huge success. His contract with Al Hilal runs until summer 2026, but the Saudi club has now made a lucrative new offer. The new proposal would double his current €5 million net salary for the 26-27 season. Bono, now 34, remains in top form, having recently been named best goalkeeper at the Club World Cup. He was a key figure in Sevilla's Europa League triumphs in 2020 and 2023. Sevilla currently have Oyan Nyland as first-choice keeper and Alvaro Fernandez as backup, but the latter is not convincing. The club is looking for another goalkeeper to compete with Nyland, with Karl Hein, who plays for Arsenal, among the main targets. Hein had a strong release and on loan at Real Valladolid, despite their relegation. Real Sociedad. Ramiro commits to staying. Alex Ramiro has publicly stated he never considered leaving Real Sociedad, even with the club not playing in Europe this season. He confirmed I haven't seen myself outside of La Real at any time. I'm very happy and want to fulfill at least the 2 years left on my contract. Ramiro emphasises contentment at the club and desire to remain part of the project. This statement closes the door on any transfer speculation regarding the goalkeeper this summer. Celta, Manu Sanchez close to exit. Manu Sanchez is close to becoming the third transfer listed player to leave Celta after Doutor and Carles Perez. He is the most in demand of the current players up for sale. Celta are hopeful that his departure will be finalised in the coming days. The club is also working on moves for Edu and Unai Nunes, who are also listed for transfer. Coach Giraldez does not plan to use any of the three in pre-season. Mallorca, Mafio exit stalls. Pablo Mafio wants to leave Mallorca and communicated this to the club weeks ago. He hoped to leave before pre-season began, but the deal is stalled. Negotiations with Nottingham Forest have been ongoing for over 2 weeks but remain blocked. Both clubs have resumed talks recently and are willing to reach an agreement. Forest see Mafio as a good fit at right back, and Mallorca are keen to sell. Mafio is confident the deal will happen soon, but the sticking point, financial terms. And the last one, Girona, still no signings despite pre-season underway. Girona, it's pronounced Girona really, but this is the thing, you know, like you'll get Spanish people watching. Do you know what I mean? Zubimendi, right? I've spoken about him a lot for Cop Talk TV last year. Round here, like Zubimendi. Other areas, Zubimendi. It is impossible to pronounce everything right for everyone. So, listen, I'm from fucking Yorkshire. I pronounce things as I want. Girona. Along with Real Sociedad, that's how he's supposed to pronounce it, remains one of only 2 La Liga clubs without a single new signing this summer. So far, only Joel Roca, Valerie, and 7 academy players have joined pre-season training. Girona's first match is tomorrow versus UE All Lots, but no new arrivals have been announced. Now, the sporting director, this is fucking how he's... Kika Carthel. If you saw how that was spelled and how you pronounce it, it's hilarious. The Q-U-I-Q-U-E. Q-U-I-Q-U-E. Quika. But it's actually pronounced Kika Carthel. Previously said the club isn't playing fantasy football, stressing patience and realism. Coach Michel recently said Girona would make 4 to 6 signings and emphasised the squad already had a solid base. Girona has received the green light to pursue loan deals from Manchester City with Vitor Hayes and Claudio Echeverri being discussed. Vitor Hayes looks like a more realistic arrival. Echeverri has multiple offers and will be harder to secure. There's renewed collaboration with Ferran Soriano, strengthening Girona's ties with Citigroup. Fuck me, these videos are hard to do, guys. They're hard. I don't know if I'm wasting my time with these videos. What do you think? At least you get a good laugh out of it. Anyway, hey, you know what? There's notes everywhere. I've got these notes. I've got yesterday's. There's another set down there. There's 2 over there. I'm putting some effort in on here, you know. I am. Right, I'm off. Okay, have a great weekend. If you found this video remotely, can't even speak English, see? Remotely interesting or remotely humorous, please thumbs up the video. Please drop me a comment. There's ways to support the channel in the video description. I think it's not monetized. I do not make 1 cent out of this, so I must be fucking balmy. All right, guys, listen, you take care. Have a great weekend, and hopefully we'll be back next week. All right.